Hey, it's Greg the Masked Gamer back with part two. I sorted out the dice issue. I don't know what was going on, but it's working this time. I was able to roll the dice. I got a critical success. It picked the same order of characters out of the four that I had. So here we are. I got 3 out of 1 successes needed, so it's a critical success. And we're going to keep moving onwards and upwards for now.
Watching soccer with her friends, and with an animal matching the description of Skinner's missing pet at her feet. As you approach, she's dismissive of you. But when she realizes that you are kindred, she agrees to go outside for a private conversation. She explains that she has a long history with Skinner. He is her son, the kindred who made her a vampire, and for a time they were intimate. The dog is familiar with her and came with her willingly. She has kept the animal to spite her former lover.
So now I have 2 more things I can choose to do. I can either convince Monica to make peace with her rival for the sake of the bigger picture, which should be easy with a low risk, or I can bully and threaten Monica into giving me the animal. I wasn't really paying attention to the story, to be completely honest. I just know that Brujas are bullies, so I'm going to go ahead and bully her. So now it wants me to roll 2 dice again. So please roll this. All right. So as I'm really? Okay, I'm shaking the dice. It gave me this little exclamation mark thing here, which means I can roll them. I'm rolling the dice, and it tells me what I rolled, and it figures it all out for me, assuming. So I got a whole bunch of successes, 5 out of 1. That was super, super successful. And Monica, so this one's not read out loud, but it's not read out loud by the app, but it says Monica reluctantly agrees to give you the animal. And I get an XP. Yay! The objective was completed. Portello now has 3 Anarch influence. Next encounter will be in Portello. So, oh gosh, we're gonna have so many coins here. So I am going to put 2 more of these on Portello. I remove this magnifying glass token, and that is the change of state. I now have a chance to close the Portello Uprising encounter and take control of the location. So we're going to move our purple character to Portello. We're going to investigate again. And we're going to choose... Oh, some encounters indicated with this symbol, boom, 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 can be very difficult if confronted alone. But, we've got the Nosferatu there too, so we'll be fine. Coterie Recall. A group encounters whose participation confirmation is asked to all other characters with enough remaining action points to join the active character. One character has no AP but can spend a willpower to add the missing. So first it's asking if Simona wants to use 1 willpower to move to the encounter location. We're going to say yes. Does the green character want to join by spending 1 AP? We'll say yes. Orlando can join by spending 0 because he's already there. Yes. Okay, so the game's just like, yeah, just move them all there. We're not going to make you do it yourself. Just pop them all in there. So now we've got all 4 characters. I guess I need to pop that there to indicate that it's moved there. No, it's not doing anything. No, I guess it's just telling me to do it. So we're going to press confirm.
You return to Skinner and hand over the wayward animal. The gangrel seems genuinely pleased to see Caesar. Ruffling the dog's fur with a hand, Skinner grudgingly says that he is in your debt.
Oh, I was supposed to get the dog. I wasn't paying attention to story at all. I'm just trying to make sure everything works. Okay.
When you raise the possibility of using the domain of Portello at the beginning, it causes the gangrel to immediately grow suspicious. He says the territory is his alone to do with as he pleases. He then grows paranoid, saying that you were planning to trick him this entire time. Without hesitation, he orders his dogs to attack.
As we deserve. Okay, so it's going to... So Dante gets a choice of trying to create a bestial display to cow the dogs into submission or to fight them tooth and claw. Because he's a Tremere, he's going to try to intimidate them. So I only get to roll 1 die here. My intimidation is +0. So I guess I didn't realize that I had such a low intimidation. We're going to shake up this die until we get an exclamation point, which we have. We're going to roll it, and unfortunately, it was cocked. And I rolled 2 successes, which would have been great. But oh no, I failed. I could spend 1 willpower to re-roll the die, but I'm not going to do that because I only had 1 die. Uh-oh. Well, that didn't go very well. Somebody lost a willpower.
Step forward, snarling a challenge. As you watch the ends of his fingers elongate into deadly-looking claws.
So Dante's got to fight the gangrel now. Uh-oh. I thought I had these other people here to help me. Why aren't they helping? Okay, so this is now a group check. Active players will roll dice based on the indicated attributes. Automatic successes follow special rules. Okay, so first, Simone has to roll. She gets 3 dice, all 3 dice. Now I feel like I should have gotten more dice. I thought each of us only needed 1. The third, okay, they all been recognized, and I got 5 out of the 4 successes that I need. So I don't even need to roll dice with these other people, but I guess I still have to, just to finish the physical check off. All right. There's -1. Oh, it's because they could screw my successes all sorts of up. The Tremere is not great at combat and stuff. He shouldn't be doing this. He sucks. And then finally our Nosferatu is gonna go, and the last die just doesn't want to recognize that I exist. I can't do this with 1 hand. All right. It always tells you what successes you got. So, yay! We defeated Skinner in combat, covered in wounds that would kill a mere mortal. He admits defeat and acknowledges your coterie as the controllers of Portello. Yay! We control Portello. Somebody gets +1 hunger. Everybody gets +1 hunger and +1 experience point, it looks like. Feel like Simone didn't need to come over here. The Anarchs are now controlling Portello. So we're going to take our little Anarch symbol and put it over there. We didn't need to actually put the magnifying glass there, but that's fine. There's an underground location revealed here. So I think that's this little thing is going to flip over. Yes, so we flip this over, and now we have location 12 available. And this was location 11, but I don't know how all that works yet. We're going to press confirm. Hunger. Whenever a character takes damage, their hunger increases. The hunger represents the drive to feed on blood. During ability checks, the hunger determines the number of dice that can't be re-rolled using willpower. Completing an uprising counter allows you to flip the location bonus represented by a small tile inserted in the board. As long as this location is under your control, a special action will be available inside. An adjacent location is influenced by an enemy faction. The green person is going to move to the city life location, which is controlled by purple. We've triggered an enemy encounter. Moving to a location with blue or yellow enemy influence cubes can automatically trigger an enemy encounter. If an enemy encounter is solved with success, a cube is removed from the location.
An Anarch of the district to the mythology cars in Portello. He asks for your help to identify a mysterious pouch containing macabre contents they found near their haven. You think that the cult of Mithras, one of the most loyal Camarilla organizations, is spying on their enemies. There are likely more similar pouches to be found across the district.
Discipline. Some approaches can only be selected by characters with a specific discipline. I can use this because I have presence, so I can convince a known cult of Mithras school to cooperate against his will. Rouse check. Disciplines trigger a rouse check. If you roll a die and you fail, your hunger increases by 1. Even if you fail, automatic successes are added, equal to half the discipline dots rounded up. So I'm using presence to gain 1 automatic success. If I fail at this dice roll, I will gain 1 hunger. I have to get get the die to recognize that I exist, which means I have to put this thing down because I gotta really shake them up. Okay, this one doesn't want to recognize that I exist, so let's grab another die. That one also doesn't want to recognize that I exist, so I'm going to grab another die. This one really doesn't want to recognize that I exist. I'm just going to press go forward. Maybe it'll let me just do it without rolling. Oh, I didn't get to the roll die screen yet. That's why. Now I'm on the screen. Yep. Fail. One hunger for me. Now I can do my social check. So I get +1 automatic success because I was using presence. I don't know why I can't click on that, but okay, because I thought I was using presence. But it wants me to roll all 3 dice, and one of them is going to be red, meaning that I can't reroll it. So I'm going to wait for these all to get recognized. They are. And, oh, I got a critical success. Ta-da. I don't know how, but I did. Continue. I'm still hungry, but I got an XP. And I've removed that cube of influence. Sunrise phase. Night and hours. Each night is composed of 3 rounds called hours. For tutorial purposes, the game started from the 3rd hour of night 0. After the end of the 3rd hour, the sunrise phase begins. During this phase, characters must return back to their haven and can spend their experience.
Katja called you about your recent actions in Portel. Now you know what it takes for someone to control territory. And that's just the beginning. Once word of a new plane spreads, it's inevitable that someone new will try taking it for themselves. Someone like you. She'll meet with you tomorrow.
Return to Haven. Active character must now be placed in one of the Haven rooms. Then the players must choose one of the available actions, which are also displayed on the physical map. Rooms can be upgraded or purchased by spending money. Okay, so these are static rooms that are in our Haven. Interesting. So I guess I just put him somewhere. I don't really know what any of these things do, so we'll just put him on a spot. All right. So I can I can pay 2. I think that's willpower to gain 2. I don't know what that is. Or I can pay 2 to reduce your hunger by 3. I can focus my inner resources. Let's just go ahead and press that. -2 willpower, +2 experience. Simona's turn. Okay, so I didn't really know what these spaces do. I just kind of like wung them out. So now that I'm understanding what some of these symbols mean, I'm going to go to a different space. I don't have any resources. So let's go to this. She lost so much willpower. So we're going to go over here. And this space lets me gain 1 willpower. Okay. Dante. Dante has 2 willpower. He's got spaces that'll give him willpower. He's got a space where he can spend willpower to get a thing. I don't think I can do anything with these spaces here, but let's see if it lets me. It's the gym, but it's empty. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to just go to one of these spaces and get a willpower back. Boom. Gain willpower. And then we have our final character, which is ours, who is going to go to another empty space and get a willpower. And I'm not going to move myself around because they just did. It's a Haven's room. Oop. There we go. Gain willpower. Experience spending. Experience can now be spent to improve the character's stats. Discipline powers are actions with unique effects different for each character. A power is unlocked when the second dot is put on a discipline. On the 4th dot, the power cost is reduced by 1. So she's got celerity, which gives her traversal. Move to a location at distance 3. So you can always click on these little things in the app to see what they do. But I'm not going to get all sorts of clunky about this. I'm just going to go ahead and press a dot and press confirm and just say yes because I'm not going to pay much attention today. Let's go ahead and give you this. Confirm. Yes. You have 7 experience points, so you can't get any of those things. You suck at physical stuff. He sucks at everything, this guy. He's just not smart. Let's make him stuffier. And then we have Orlando. Orlando's got so much XP, so he's gonna get strong and be a fighter duder. So we all get experience points, and then we go on to the day phase, whatever that means. Day phase. After the sunrise phase, the day phase begins where the Hand of Ambrose takes its actions. When they would place the 4th cube inside of a location, they take control of it instead. So I guess the app is just gonna like randomly tell us where we're gonna put more yellow cubes for these dudes. So we are going to put 1 in each of these 3 areas, and it tells us how many exist in each of them. And I don't know if there's like a mind. I don't know if there's a like if it's random or if there's a specific strategy they do, but sunset phase.
There's a knock on the door as you're hand. A man's voice calls out, saying he's a friend of Katja's. You open the door to a wiry, bald man wearing a dark polo neck and a long sheepskin coat. He says his name is Jurgen and that he is Katja's ghoul servant. He says Katja has gone missing and that he needs your help in locating her. He fears that a kindred rival named Rocco may be linked to her disappearance and may be making a claim for the QT8 district for himself. He says he's a fixer who knows how to get things, and he's willing to offer you his services in recompense for your hospitality and your vitae.
Yeah, he wants my blood. Oh, we have a new ghoul called the Fixer. Control removed in QT8. Oh no, we lost QT8 that quickly? Just like that? We didn't even do nothing. After the day phase, the sunset phase begins. During this phase, you can place any number of available allies or ghouls on the map, but only 1 per location. During the next day phase, all allies and ghouls will be removed from the map. Allies are free to use but have a cooldown. Ghouls have a cost in hunger, but no cooldown. So we're going to take the Fixer ghoul miniature, which is this dude, and we're going to scan it. Each ally or ghoul has a unique effect. Has a unique effect in his location and sometimes adjacent ones. We're going to place the ghoul in a location of our choice. We really don't know what he does, but we're going to place him somewhere. We're going to put him in city life. The Fixer has been placed. Who will give their blood, which gives them +1 hunger? We'll go ahead and have Orlando do that because he can go eat. Scan an ally or ghoul miniature and place it on a location, or press done on your controller. Okay, we already put him there, so we can press done. Nice. So we all are moved to QT8. QT8. Oops. QT8 and QT8. When you are not sure what to do, you can solve the coterie objective. Select coterie. Next events. Encounters that automatically start at an indicated time. So at the end of night 4, there will be a thing. Main story, crucial to advance on the Chronicle and receive plenty of XP or reputation. Uprising, next step of the Uprising encounters. Reputation. Your coterie has no chance of defeating Prospero alone. The 6 Anarch and Camarilla organizations can join you in the battle against Prospero. Reputation is critical to unlock the Uprising encounters of their locations and to get help from their leaders to manage influence games. Many actions of the game require you to have a certain amount of currencies. There's resources, which is money, valuable goods, and contracts. Camarilla advantage, you can only have 1, which is intel about this faction gained by taking control of their locations. And San Ambrosia advantage, same thing. The status of your allies and ghouls can be seen in that section. Here you can see their abilities and if an ally is in cooldown. In this case, the Fixer ghoul is already in place on the map and his ability is active on his location adjacent ones. During ability checks, you automatically reroll all skulls once. That's good for me and my bad one. New coterie objective, bunch of new objectives. You just received a personal goal. You can see your secret personal goals in the personal section. Now, if you're playing with other people, this will be on your phone and not on the main app. But personal goals, nightly compulsions, which you receive at the start of each night, organization requests received from interacting with an organization or leader, or personal story, which shows you where to find your own personal encounters. By solving organization requests, you will gain boons, which indicate their support towards you. And yeah. Biography. Personal stories are always related to characters' desires or important events in their life. You can use this description to best roleplay your character. Each character is extremely different in terms of backstory and ambitions. The Milan Uprising can now begin. To facilitate city location, each location has an icon in its center representing one or more attributes, the most common and the encounters of that location. If you have any doubt, consult the help section inside the top left menu. So I guess that's going to be physical, social, and mental. And Simona's going to take a turn. So she is at QT8. So I guess she can reveal the stuff in the location she has, or she can move someplace that's 3 locations away without even thinking about it. So, but I'm not sure what like the strategy of anything is, but let's see. Her personal goal, her coterie goal, stats repetition. The coterie goal is to control at least 3 locations before the moot, which is at the end of night 4, and to find Katya. Okay. Personal objectives. She does not want to end her turn in a location without other characters until the end of tonight. So she's going to want to stay here because that's where her characters are. So she's going to go ahead and just reveal 3 encounters at her location. So they can try to get control back of QT8 by using Missing Friend. There's a resources thing called Dead End or Undying Love, or she can investigate more to discover more locales. She's going to try to help the QT8 uprising.
Jurgen's request. You visit Katya's haven to search for clues regarding her disappearance. Her space is undisturbed. Clearly, whatever went down did not happen here. But maybe you can find something that will tell you where she went.
She can do a few things. She can try to thoroughly search Katya's haven, which is easy. She does not have aspects, so she can't do that. Or she can hack into Katya's labs. So let's see. She has 1 dot in technology, so that's not going to be great for her. So she's going to thoroughly search the haven. She still only gets 1 die for investigation, but she gets 1 auto success, so that's good news. The bad news is I failed. I could spend 1 willpower to reroll 1 die. How do I do that? Oh, I can't because she has hunger, so it's red, so I just failed. Okay. My research is fruitful, but I generate more noise than I should. The neighbors get suspicious.
You find a note that reads, "Meet Rocco at," and then an address for a club on the south side of Washington. The date and time of the meeting are for the night that Katya went missing. Looks like Jurgen could be right. Rocco might have made a move for Katya's territory. Or at the very least, he knows what happened to her. If this club is where Rocco likes to meet, perhaps you can find him there and get to the bottom of this.
So the next encounter for this will be in Washington. And I did a very bad job, so I did not get a cube or nothing. So it's Dante's turn. So let's see what Dante's personal goal is. Do not investigate number, stat, placeholder, or mixed locations until the end of the current night. I don't know what number, stat, placeholder means. I'm assuming that's a bug, y'all. But yeah, so I don't want to investigate number, stat, placeholder, or mixed locations until the end of the night. And of course, the next location that we would need to go to for this test would be a mixed location. So he's not going to have any interest in going there at all. So I want to go see what the special thing in Portello is with him. So let's walk over here to Portello. So there's underground, which lets me move to any other location for 1 AP. That's what that does. And I can reveal 3 encounters here. Let's just reveal 3 encounters here. There's a corrupt cop, which is an ally we can get, or there's some resources we can get. Let's try to get an ally of a corrupt cop.
You hear a commotion in a nearby alley. You investigate to find two men attacking a third man in a Carabinieri uniform who's kneeling hunched over in front of them. As you watch, one of them kicks him, and he coughs blood onto the pavement.
I could step forward and intervene or observe what happens. I'm a Tremere, we're just going to observe. And I gave myself that extra stealth dice, so that's good news for me. Dun, dun, dun. The men continue to beat and kick the cop. They grow bored and spit on the groaning injured man and tell him that the punishment is his own fault and that he shouldn't have crossed the Honorata Society. They leave the cop sobbing and bleeding.
You are left alone with the injured cop. His uniform is torn and covered in dark bloodstains. He's clutching his chest tightly, quietly sobbing.
Feed from the cop or feed him some of your Vita to help him heal. You know, I'm hungry. Let's feed from the cop. Yay! I killed the cop. Woohoo! I got +1 suspicion and -3 hunger. Suspicion in the masquerade. When drawing the attention from mortals, the suspicion is increased. If it reaches 4, the masquerade can decrease by 1. The masquerade is the habit of hiding existence from humanity. If it reaches 0, it's game over. Both values affect the amount of influence cube placed on the net. All right, so that's I think that kind of gives us kind of a handle of like what the game is and what it looks like. I don't want to do so much of this because I don't want to risk spoilers. I feel like I have all the tech working correctly for what I need to do for the 8th. Also, just fact of case, I've got a killer headache. My neck hurts. I can't keep holding this thing up. Blah 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 blah. That's my first intro to Vampire. Milan Uprising. After our first real session, my plan is not to do playthroughs of this, but I do want to kind of like update the world as to what I think of the game, because I'm really rooting for this one. And that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget, keep those health bars full. Sorry for all the tech issues, sorry for the sound, sorry for a lot of things. This was a mess, but here we are. Have a great night.